Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new video, a little unusual for me, but because today is the last day of World Watercolor Month, I'm showing you my 31 sketches from the prompt list given by Doodlewash, who is the founder of this amazing initiative. So thanks a lot, Doodlewash. And I'm showing you my sketches in a sketchbook tour. This sketchbook is Khadi paper. I'm really in love with it. It's very thin paper. It's only 100 GSM, but it holds water in a very nice way. It warps when you paint, but then it goes flat when you close it, and the day after you find the page flat. So let's start, let's dive in, and I can't wait to do this sketchbook tour with you. So this is the first sketch, and it is sunlit. The original sketch was on a different sketchbook. It was a wood with sun. It was much nicer, but then I did this as a sunlit sketch. It's a universe. Diversion. This is me. That day I was supposed to grade papers because I'm a college teacher. Actually, I teach marketing. Probably you didn't know this. And I had to grade papers, but I was thinking about holidays and vacation. Then I eventually graded papers. This is nothing to do. Raspberry. Burst. I think it's correct in English. This is sun rays bursting through the clouds. Startle, me startling for a sudden noise. Flavor, ice cream, splashed on a table. Lemon, I thought that the lemonade could be nice. Mechanism, this is a cuckoo watch, and I had one like this when I was little at my grandparents' house, and I really loved it. I was in love with this cuckoo watch, cuckoo clock, maybe clock, I don't know. One more flavor, I love this prompt flavor. Vegetation, it's not very clear, but it's a river from top. Eagle eye. Clutter, this represents my son's room. He lives in the attic, and there is always a cheerful disorder, clutters in his room, books, clothes, PC, everything around, but not too bad. Element. This is nice, not very original, but I painted the 4 elements: wind, earth, water, and fire. Really had a lot of fun with this. Otherworldly, my favorite subject, one of my dogs, like an angel from another world. Totò or Lana, I'm not sure which one of the two. Valuable. This was a vase made by Venini, which is an Italian producer based in Murano, Venice, and I received this for my wedding, and unfortunately the dog broke it. So one day maybe I'll buy a new one, and that was very valuable. Aubergine, always fun to paint. Spacious, I painted this bag from Hermes. This is called Birkin bag. Unfortunately, this was a couple of days before Jane Birkin passed away, so it was a very sad coincidence, but it's called a Birkin bag by Hermes. Very expensive bag, so sketching it is much cheaper. Recycle, I always recycle yogurt pots and yogurt lids. The big one, 1 kilo, for water as a mixing space. Let's go on. One more flavor. Distant. This is my city, Turin, and in beautiful days you can see very well the mountains, the Alps behind, and they are distant. This is the view that I have from the park where I walk my dog. I live in a suburban area on a hill, Just on the top of the hill, like 2 minutes away from my home, there is a very nice park with a lovely view. This is the view that you can have from the park. Immense. A mother's love is immense, at least mine. Envelope, not very original, but a lot of fun. Olive, these giant olives, so yummy. Risky, so I have sketched a reading woman. Women who read are dangerous. It's a quote from a book that I have bought after having read about this book, because I was looking for a quote about women reading women, and this is inspired by a famous painting by Vittorio Corcos, an Italian painter. Fragment, this is a meteorite fragment. This is made with magneted pigment by Della Magna. Here you don't really see all its potentiality because it groups in clusters. It's so granulating, but here I had to use a dark hue, so you don't really see the potential. Local, my region, Piedmont, where I live, is very famous for its wine, so red wine is local. Soft, it's summer, it's hot. I'm looking forward to wearing a soft scarf and a sweater. Stitch. When I was young, my mom always stitched these elbow patches on my sweaters, and I found them so cool. I really loved the look, and I think I could do this again because I really love how they look, the elbow patches. Bell, this is a bell that we had at home when I was little. My mom used it to ring it and discreetly calling for the domestic helper. Of course, that would be completely out of place today, but it's a memory of my childhood. Detour, this needs an explanation. In Italy, you know that we drink our own espresso. We call it coffee, we don't call it espresso. So if you want to sound Italian when you go to Italy, you don't order an espresso, you order un caffè. That's already implied that it is an espresso, but from different cafes the quality is very variable. So I, like many Italians, I'm ready to make a detour for a good coffee, and cafes are called bar in Italy. So a bar, it's a day outlet where they make espressos, coffees. So for un buon caffè, for a good coffee, I'm ready for a detour. Time. This is inspired by a Hitchcock film where this boy had a bomb under his arm, and he had to deliver it before 1:45 p.m. and he was losing time and watching a parade, and such a suspense. I'm not spoiling how it ends, but it's from the film Sabotage by Hitchcock. Splatter. This was like a 5-minute doodle, a rainbow, clouds, rainbow, trees, and splatter rain in a rainbow order. Whistle, I love whistling kettles. One of the coziest sounds on earth. Like cup of tea in 5 minutes. I love kettles, whistling kettles, classical ones. And impulse, and this is number 31, and I can't resist the impulse of throwing myself into the water when I'm around water, seaside or a swimming pool. Just love swimming. I love being in the water. And that's it. That was my last. Thanks for having watched this with me, and I hope you enjoyed this quick sketchbook tour. And let me know if you have followed the World Watercolor Month YouTube, and if you have, maybe you can connect with me on Instagram so I can see your sketches. Thanks a lot. Ciao, ciao, ciao.